Hello peoples, welcome to episode 50 of World of Warcraft Dungeon Progression Challenge. It is 50, right? No, that was last episode. Episode 51 today. So here I am, facing Emalon. I'm going to open my bags here, and these are the two items that dropped from the attempts that I used my actual level 100 gear. Just to show you that this is what I should have gotten, and this attempt here is just for, the video. I don't think he'll be too tough. Looks like I took out 20% of his health with just Stormbolt alone, so I'm not going to spend too much time on him. There we go. And these other things wouldn't have mattered anyway. I can't use them. Alright, onwards to... what's the next one? Ulduar! Awesome. Well, but before I do that, I'm just going to quickly explain the Dungeon Progression Challenge. Details are in the description of the video. And I'm going to be running lots of other things. I don't actually think I have much other stuff to go over. Dungeon Progression Challenge, Ulduar. Well, maybe I'll see how much I think I can get through today. There's Eye of Eternity 25-man, Emalon 25-man, then Ulduar 25. I'm going to have to go through a lot of videos. Well, I think I'll try to run... well, actually, yeah, I can't run Ulduar 10 and 25 in the same week. So I might end this video with... Emalon 25. I don't think I'll be able to finish Eye of Eternity 25 with Malygos because he will probably have a lot more HP left in Phase 3 than he did in 10-man. And because of that, I don't have enough time when I'm falling after he knocks me off the Drake in Phase 3. I don't have enough time then to deplete that much health. So, probably impossible. Dalaran, yes. Going to Ulduar. Alright. First boss is Flame Leviathan. Now Ulduar is a long raid, so I'm going to talk through all the little attempts and things that I did. What I figured out on Flame Leviathan, and I learned very quickly, is that it works the same as Malygos. In a vehicle, your damage is based on your item level. And in this situation, it wasn't doing very much damage. You can tell by the number of stacks I have on it, and how much damage it's doing. It's very poor, and there's no way I could kill him in time. However, once I was knocked off of the vehicle, the Demolisher, the damage was scaling according to my character, meaning it dealt a lot more damage per tick. Here it's about 3 million plus per tick. So the best way to kill Flame Leviathan this way would be to get as many stacks as possible on him. That's like 9 or 10. Then immediately dismount so that you can get the most number of dots taking off on him as the debuff falls off. That's, I think, pretty much what I did. I think I got, on my third attempt doing this, a second Demolisher to help me out. So what I would do is stack up all the Pyrite, jump off, let it fall off, then jump into the second Demolisher and stack up Pyrite. And I was only able to get 4 or 5 stacks before Flame Leviathan killed the second Demolisher, but that was enough to be able to kill it. Also, thanks to the second Wind Talent, I was able to kill the adds for additional health. And the killer thing about Flame Leviathan is the ram attack. It also applies an increasing damage taken debuff that stacks very high. Anyways, it wasn't too tough, but thanks to my previous experience in 10-man Malygos, I was able to figure out what to do there. Ignis the Furnace Master, Razor Scale, not much to do there. I mean, vehicle fights are proving a challenge, but the regular bosses in typical raid boss fashion, not very difficult. There are achievements for those bosses. Ignis, you just defeat him in a certain amount of time. Razor Scale, you... damage her below 75% health without allowing her to take off a second time. And then, cause her to kill Iron Dwarves. I am not going to stick around that long to get that achievement. That takes way too long. Honestly, if you tried it, you'll know. Next is XT002. Same thing, not too tough. The achievement is to destroy the heart and then defeat XT002. Even with his increased damage and health, nothing really hurt me too badly there. Next boss is the Iron Council. I think there's another name it goes by. Anyways, there's lots of achievements there. Defeat them under the effects of an Iron Boot Flask, or there's an achievement for defeating each one of them as the last one up. so 3 achievements for each. The one I got was for Mulgheim. I think that's what he's called, yeah. And then I went over to Kolagharn. I think that's his name. Yep. He's got a few... Yeah, in Wrath, they got a lot of achievements for Ulduar, like 3 or 4 for some bosses. So Kolagharn, there's one where you're not hit by eye lasers, there's one where you do not destroy his arms, there's one where you destroy his arms and then himself within something like 10 or 12 seconds. Then I went to Hodir. Achievement for him is just to pretty much defeat him quickly. Thorim. Achievements, well, there's a lot of achievements, like I said. Well, the ones I got was to participate in the hallway as well as the Colosseum, part of the encounter. Also to activate hard mode by clearing the hallway quick enough that you'll tell Thorim that you want to fight in the arena. And I think there is... Yes, there's another one. Not getting hit by the lightning during Phase 2. Next boss I went to was Freya. There's achievements for killing Freya within 20 minutes of defeating the first enemy in the conservatory. Also achievements for leaving 1, 2, or 3 keepers up. And another one for defeating Freya with at least something like 15 stacks of getting back to nature. No, I think that's the achievement name. But, you know, it's the one that causes her heals to stack up very high. Then I defeated Ariaya. I did not get the achievement because I was not even thinking about it. But I did get it previously during, I don't know, some other time. It is to defeat her without killing her Sanctum Sentries, the 2 little panther things you see walking around with her. And after that was Mimiron. He was actually kind of tricky because the headpiece of Voltron, if you want to call it that, you know, well, his big mechanical assemblage of parts, the head part is out of range for a warrior. So, lucky me, it was probably thanks to the glyph of Wind and Thunder, I was able to reach it with Whirlwind. And once all the pieces were put together, I was able to generate rage by attacking the 2 lower parts, the arms and the tank, to generate rage, and then dump the rage with Whirlwind to attack the head in Phase 3. It wasn't too difficult at all. I should be able to do the same thing in 25-man. It might just take a few minutes longer. Then I went to... Right, once I got all the sigils for Algalon, I went and took him on. I thought he might be a bit difficult, but he wasn't. Maybe in 25-man I'll have to race the clock. The way you race the clock in against Algalon soloing is the tank debuff. I think, what was it? Shoot, I forget the name, but anyways, if you take 5 stacks of it, the tank sort of phases out, and then if you're soloing, when you're phased out, Algalon has nobody to attack, and he pretty much thinks, hey, the whole raid is gone, I'm going to despawn and reset. So that's kind of what you're racing there. 2 bosses left was General Vizax, the next one. I did do the achievement on this guy. It was waiting for something like 6, 7, or 8 Saronite clouds to appear, and then assemble, accumulate, whatever, group together and turn into a Saronite Animus, defeat the Animus, and then Vizax himself. There's also another achievement for not getting hit by Shadow Crash, which I failed miserably. I don't think there are any others for General Vizax, unless there is, and I can't really think of it. And finally, soloing Yogg-Saron on 10-man. I've got a lot of experience doing this because I farmed Mimiron's head mount countless times. Well, more like around 100 because that's pretty close to the drop rate. The achievements: defeating several Guardians of Yogg-Saron within something seconds in Phase 1. And / kiss Sarah when she's angry with you, which is what I did next. And then, what did I do next? Well, pretty much defeating Yogg-Saron after that, and then you get all the other achievements. Well, I think I'll go over how to solo Yogg-Saron pretty much. In 10-man, Sarah will reduce your sanity with some kind of attack, but you'll stop doing that attack once you are below 30% sanity. which makes it kind of tricky in the brain room phase. So once you go into the portal and destroy all the little ghosts or illusions, be very careful not to face the purple skulls, or they will reduce your sanity further, and you will lose the encounter. So phase 1, you gather up the Guardians of Yogg-Saron and destroy them next to Sarah to deplete her health. Once that's done, you will enter phase 2, just destroy the tentacles, prioritize the ones that are picking you up, and then the smaller ones that'll free cast all kinds of nasty debuffs. They are horrible debuffs, especially the disease, and if you can, dispel yourself because it really frequently causes you to be stunned, and it's really unpleasant. And the big ones can be left up for last. Although they don't affect you directly, they do apply a reduced damage done debuff to you, so it is kind of important to get rid of those. So after a while, portals will open up, enter there, destroy all the illusions in the brain room, and then you can attack the brain directly. Once it gets to 30%, I think, or less health, it can't be actually killed. So anyways, once it gets to that health threshold, the next part will start where you can actually attack Yogg-Saron directly and pretty much finish the encounter. The only real nasty thing in that, at that point, that you have to watch out for is, I think, well, something. Yogg-Saron will shout or yell, or like yell of madness, something like that. What you have to do is face away from him during this time, because it reduces sanity like a certain amount per tick. And as long as you're not looking at him, you get to keep your sanity. Hooray! And he also applies a buff to his little minions. It increases their health, regen, damage done, stuff like that. But as long as you keep their health down, they deal very little damage. That kind of helps. That's a passive trait about them. And that is pretty much it for Ulduar. Then I headed to Koldara for Malygos on 25-man difficulty. I honestly really don't think it's possible to do this. Yay, 25-man Scion. I don't think it's possible to do this in this level gear, because really there's no way I'm going to deal as much damage in health as he has left. But you never know. And the last one, there we go. Well, we'll just see just how well I can do. I think he has around 3 million left. You can't quite target him until maybe 10 seconds into phase 3. And destroy the platform. Kaboom! Alright. Fly up. Where is he? He's got to come down first. Oh, I might want to stick that on myself. It's kind of important. 5 of those. He has 3.3 million left. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do. And I gotta watch my health to be sure that I move into the center at just the right time. 1, 2. Health is getting low. I don't know, maybe it's changing with his attack pattern. He's using surge power a lot more. Oh, is he going to send out that electric ball? 1, there it is. 2, 9% health left. Fly up, gonna die. Stormbolt, charge. Can't charge. He's got 2 million health left. Yeah, no way am I gonna inflict that much damage before I fall into the abyss. Maybe if I were a caster or priest or mage with slow fall or levitate, I could have done something. As a priest, it might have helped because could have used dots. Not many dots, just Shadow Word Pain. Because the other ones are really channeled in cast time. So well, at least I tried. It was fun to do anyways. Okay then, this has been episode, whatever this is, 51 of Dungeon Progression Challenge. If you like this video, leave a like, and if you want to follow along with this series or anything else on my channel, you can subscribe as well. Next time, gonna run Emalon 25. Yep, Ulduar 25, Heroic, Frozen Halls dungeons, and maybe some new stuff, like Coralon 10-man in Vault of Archavon. And onward. Okay, till then, be swell, stay well, and farewell. Look at this. I defeated Malygos 25-man in my proper gear, for fun. And look, both of the blue Drake mounts dropped. That is incredibly, incredibly rare. Alright. Okay, see you next time.